Today is April 13, 12:46 p.m. We saw some very unusual options on Taiwan Semiconductor, ticker symbol TSM. These options were implying a move all the way from $87, where it is now, close to $65, all the way down here. And that's actually from 87 all the way to 65. That's a 25% decrease. It is after earnings though, so keep that in mind. That is also a possibility as to why there is this potential because of an earnings surprise all the way down. Another reason could also be because of the geopolitical tensions going on with Taiwan and China and the US. And so that's these unknown potential risk, and perhaps these are just far out the money hedges that we're seeing here. And so let's get right to it and show you what we saw. Here on the options tape, you'll see here a lot of these put buyings, right? And however, even though this one is a large quantity today that's showing up on the April 21, it's not as significant to us. It's not the most unusual one, although we do use this data point. But what we particularly found most interesting was the April 28th at the 65 puts here. This was done at 9:34 a.m. And the reason is because at this date, at the 65, you'll notice here, here they are, the volume is much greater than the open interest. So we know these are opening orders here at the 65 strike. Even though it's a 1 delta, so very highly unlikely to happen. However, if it does happen, the payoff would be very large. We are also in this position. And also, the reason why the April 21s, those 75 strikes here, was not as unusual is because the volume here is less than the open interest here. You'll see it's 1,000, but there's actually 5,000. So these could be closing orders at the 75 strike. Although we do use this data as part of our overall analysis. But the one that we really found interesting was this 65 strike one that is very far out the money. If we were to look at this trade, you'll see here that this is the trade, and today is April 13th. So currently it would have to drop by expiration at 65. So that's why the break even is here at 65. And however, if it drops down earlier, even right now, like if it was to start dropping below 85, it would be profitable. So this purple line is the profit line at the current date here. And as long as it's above this 0, it's profitable. And so as we move the date, this line starts to become more similar to the blue line at expiration date because of the theta decay, right? So there's a negative theta decay, which works against as time goes on. Our break evens start to move lower all the way to 65 as it gets closer to expiration date. Another thing to keep in mind is that this trade is has a positive vega, which is right here, and so with that in mind, if the stock does drop, let's say the volatility increases by 10%, you'll see that at a 10% increase in volatility, the trade becomes more profitable. You'll see that purple line actually moves shifts up a little. So that's actually good for the trade. So any kind of volatility increase, so let's say at 20%, you'll see it move up some more too as you adjust this volatility. You'll see here you can adjust the volatility. Currently, it is at 69 right here. And so when the stock drops, volatility will increase. So that's another thing to keep in mind that will be helpful if TSM does crash for some unknown or unexpected reason. And so if we look at also some of the news that's going on here, you'll also see there's these geopolitical issues. Here, even Warren Buffett says that they actually sold their Taiwan Semiconductor stake because of these geopolitical tensions. And so that's something to keep in mind. There was also this report here that actually there was 81% bearishness on this stock. So that's another thing that is supporting this bearish case on Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, so keep in mind earnings is coming up, and right before these options expire, so it's something to take into account if you are going to trade this. We thought because it's only $7 per contract, it's pretty cheap and there's not much loss if you position size correctly according to your account. So something to consider. Okay, well, I hope this was valuable and helpful for some people. If it was to you, please like and comment if you found some value in this video, and helps our channel grow so we can continue to make videos to inform everybody about these unusual options we're seeing. Thank you and good luck, everybody.